question like you said coming in?
Sure, yeah. I think coming here, I got to meet with Coach Lange and Coach Smith, and it was really just what they were doing culturally here. Like, they're just setting up a culture for success. I think that they're on a growth track to win. Coach Lange, obviously, like, very detailed, very experienced, very good coach. I think Coach Smith just has a vision for winning, and I've just bought into that.
You didn't come here for the weather, right?
I don't think it was for the weather. My first like 2 months up here, I think it was just snowing and like negative the entire time. It was pretty brutal. So
Did you expect that? Did you have a coat? Were you ready for what you got, or was that a surprise?
When I was at Colorado State, it was kind of cold. So like, I was like prepared for that kind of cold, but it's like a different cold in Michigan. So not fully prepared, but we got adjusted for it though.
As far as like your transition to joining a new team, has anyone stood out in terms of kind of making you feel well?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I've become very close with Q. Honestly, the whole D-line room is just like super welcoming. It's not very often that you can just step into a room and then, have 12, 13 guys that like really just care about each other and really have as strong of a bond as they have. So yeah, definitely Q for sure, and the rest of the D-line, Big Worm, Big Rue, Jay Hall, and then my guys on the offensive line, Stanton, Caleb, those are my guys too, so yeah.
Talk about what you saw in Michigan State. What did Michigan State see in you that made them say that's the guy I want?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's an ability there that they see, but I think that they just like believe in me as a person, who I am, what I stand for.
What is that? What do you stand for?
I'm a servant of God, right? So I faithfully pursue Jesus. That's who I am. That's my whole, personality. People can call it what they want, but that's what my life revolves around, is serving Jesus. And so I just walk in light of that. I came here. I believed that my opportunity here was to be a ministry, to reach out to people, to bring them along, to show them who Jesus was and the love of Him. I'm married. I have a wife. I'm 21. I'm married. I love my wife very much. I'm very family oriented. I care deeply about the people that I'm around. I want to win. I have a desire to win, a passion to win. And the bigger stage you can be on, the more that you can glorify God. So,
younger married life. How's the conversation go to? Hey, we're gonna leave Florida again and come back go north to Michigan.
My wife, she's like a fearful servant of Jesus as well. So she supports me in my decisions and respects me and pushes me to my goals that she saw, and we've both felt that like the Lord was calling us out of that and out of that season. She submitted to the Lord in that, and we both grew up in Florida near Pensacola, so she's a bit of a beach baby. So like you said, the weather was not ideal for her either, but I think that she got on board and she's loved every minute of it up here so far.
Okay, what would you say the lessons were from last year for us? The year before, they had a lot of success. I don't know exactly what happened, but
sure,
not as much success. Is there any lesson, I guess, for you as a older player now, what you can take into this new spot from that experience?
Sure, most definitely. I think that the biggest lesson to be taken from a season like that is just not to lose sight of the goal in tribulations, right? So like when you run into these afflictions and these hard times, and it's super easy just to put your head down and say like, I don't want to do this anymore, like whatever, I'm going to go for individual accolades, I'm going to go for personal goals best, like I'm going to do me. And I think that that's where a lot of deviation can happen. I think that's what we saw a lot of that last year. So I think just really being able to bring guys along and making sure that in times like that, winning is still the goal, and the team is still the goal, and caring about the dudes around you is still the goal. And it can never become me focused, because then that just doesn't lead to success as a unit.
When you talk so openly about religion, I'm curious, it feels like that's a very football thing. It's very common in the sport. Do you feel that way? And if so, why is that?
Yeah, I think that it's definitely becoming more prevalent. I mean, I could speak for Michigan State as far as being up here so far. I think that like there's been a Jesus revolution on this team. I think that there's guys that are not only claiming to follow Jesus and to be Christians, but guys that are willfully and lovingly submitting their lives to Him. We have guys like Jay Hall, who I've just seen just grow even since I've been here and just really serve the Lord, and Q, and there's a lot of guys. And I think the biggest thing about Jesus in sports is this, is like when we have our identity in the world, right, we ride these ebbs and flows of performance based. Everything's performance oriented. So when I do good, I'm on top of the world, and when I do bad, I hate myself and I'm shameful and guilty, and that affects performance too. So when you put your identity in Christ, your value as a person, no matter your performance, is unwavering, it's unchanging, because he's constant. So I think when you can hold your identity in him, it really allows you freedom to play like, I messed up, but that's not who I am, that's not my value. Of course, we still want to strive to be great, because God calls us to glorify him through stewarding the gifts that he's given to us well. So yeah, I think just holding that freedom that comes with playing with Christ is such a reason that God has become so prevalent in the sport.
The portal's been a tool that you've been able to use to get you here to Michigan State. Talk about what life lessons you've kind of picked up in these last few years, being able to have access to something like the portal and still being able to turn on something that's good for you, or probably an opportunity for you to move on.
Yeah, I think that the portal's a great tool, but sometimes the grass isn't greener, sometimes the grass is greener, and I think that advice that I would just give to maybe young guys and stuff that I've been able to take from the portal is that, like, if you're surrounded by people that love you and push you and care about you as a person, you're in a good situation. Like, the NFL is going to find players. If you're a good player, the NFL is going to find you. And if you're in a bad situation, like, you can utilize it, but just be mindful when you get into the portal. Like, don't chase a logo, don't chase money, right? Because these things don't lead to success. They lead to, like we talked about earlier, division in the culture of the locker room. So, like, chase the mission of a team, buy into the people that you're going to be coaching you and playing with, buy into the program as a whole, because like the other stuff just doesn't matter, because it doesn't lead to success. But when you can really believe and buy into the mission and the culture of the coaches and the players around you, then I think that you could step into a special program.
Obviously, you weren't here last year, but have you gotten a sense that there's sort of an urgency to increase pass rush, whether it's in the full team meetings or beeline meetings or anything? And do you think you can be a part of that, I guess?
For sure, yeah. We have definitely had a huge emphasis on third down, on getting to the pass, getting to the quarterback on pass rush. Obviously we were a good program last year in stopping a run, but third down efficiency, like third down wins games. You got to get off the field. And they've definitely put a big emphasis on that. And, I think that I can add value to the program just in, going through these spring practices, some of my, past and pass rushing and stuff like that. I definitely think I can add value, and I definitely see like an upwards trajectory in our third down defense right now.
Grady, as much as Michigan State was drawn to you as a player and a person, is there anything specific about Joe Rossi's scheme that intrigued you when you were making a decision to come to Michigan State?
Yeah, for sure. His scheme is like, there's obviously the structure of the schemes, but like he likes to let the defensive line up front go eat. He likes us to get off the ball, go cause disruption in the backfield, just go make plays, and have the linebackers like Jay Hall. You can go penetrate and cause destruction in the backfield when you know you have a guy like Jay Hall behind you who's going to make a fast, quick decision. He's going to do it in confidence, full speed. So I think just that penetrating, get off the ball, get upfield defense that Coach Rossi runs, I love that, every bit of that.
This is your last year of eligibility?
Yes, sir, last year.
Does that create sort of a personal urgency and hunger, just knowing you have a shot, I guess, and in a new place? What's that like?
Yeah, for sure. It becomes like a reality when it's your last year of college football that, like, it's like now or never, I have to get it done. And that just comes in forms of, like, taking recovery more seriously, taking nutrition, sleep more seriously, being on the board more, learning like schemes of defenses, which Coach Lange has helped me with just so much. But there's definitely a sense of urgency just to be as great as I can be this year.
Thanks, Grady.
Thank you guys so much.